What's up guys, Sam Adams here and welcome to On the Topic Of, which is a series every single Friday here on my YouTube channel where I choose a topic that's been in the video game news spotlight in the past week or so and I give my thoughts and opinions on. We have a nice discussion about whatever topic I chose, and this week we're going to be talking about the Red Ring of Death. And you might want to wonder, why am I talking about the Red Ring of Death? It's not 2009, it's 2015, the Xbox One is now in, and we can completely forget about the bad decisions and the bad hardware that was affecting the Xbox 360's generation and time period. But no, I think that it is a significant part of the gaming history and that we should always remember. And also, Peter Moore did an interview with GameSpot that I found pretty interesting regarding the Red Ring of Death, and I wanted to get kind of philosophical on you guys this week. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So if you do not know what the Red Ring of Death is, you are one of three kinds of people. A, you were a PlayStation gamer in the last generation. B, you were a very lucky Xbox 360 user. Or C, you are too young to remember that time period, or you didn't play video games then. And if you are too young, then dang do I feel old. But the Red Ring of Death was pretty much an infection that got into your Xbox 360, and it was no one really knew where it was coming from at the time, but it just got into the hardware and made it pretty much a brick. It was unplayable. It was a very unpleasant time to be an Xbox 360 guy, and it was just a huge pain in the butt, which I know ex-CEO of Microsoft Steve Ballmer would be sure to confirm for you. But in a interview with GameSpot, like I said this past week, Peter Moore was discussing the Red Ring of Death and how he, at the time working at Microsoft, had to go to Ballmer, the CEO of Microsoft, and say, we have a huge problem on our hands. And so he ended up going to Ballmer during the time of this Red Ring of Death thing, whenever people were wrapping their Xbox 360s with wet towels and opening up the back of them, trying to get more air ventilation in so that it wouldn't red ring. He went to the CEO and said, alright, we're going to have to pay to have these things shipped back to us, we're going to have to pay to have them repaired, and we're going to have to pay to have them shipped back to the people. And Ballmer just said go ahead and do it, even though he had just been told that was going to cost Microsoft $1.5 billion. With a B, not M. $1.5 billion to get those Xbox 360s fixed, and he said this without hesitation. He gave it the green light, just go ahead and fix it and get the problem gone. I wanted to talk about the Xbox One success, just to kind of give everybody a refresher before I get really into my point here. Backwards compatibility is coming this year. That's a huge step forward because there were a lot of games on the Xbox 360 that a lot of people loved, and a lot of franchises that need to live on through that backwards compatibility option. Game streaming is coming with the implementation of Windows 10 potentially later this month. That's a huge deal. Game streaming from PC to console or console to PC, that's major. Also, games like Halo 5, Gears 4, famous franchises, and new IPs are coming to the Xbox One. In general, it's a great time to be an Xbox One player. Now, the Red Ring of Death issue. Had they not fixed this and had they not dished out the $1.5 billion or so to get this entire issue fixed, the Xbox brand could have died. Peter Moore said it himself. So, what I propose is, imagine a world, just kind of for a moment, without the Xbox One, without the continued love of the Xbox 360. Imagine how many games we could have potentially missed out on just because of that guy saying yes or no whenever asked if he wanted to go ahead and dish out $1.5 billion and keep the consumers happy. My main point here is to the CEOs and to the leaders of all of these tech companies that are trying to save money but also produce a good product and a good service for people to enjoy. The customer's always right. Always remember that. The people that give you the money, the people that bring their money and their hard-earned stuff to the table to give to you so that they can receive something in return, are the ones that have the power, are the ones that you should always love and respect. Because Steve Ballmer did that. He respected the gamers, he respected the people that had bought an Xbox 360, and it has definitely given him a return in the long run, and it's given Microsoft a huge return in the long run, because they are the number two, I suppose, at the moment. PlayStation's in the lead, but Xbox is the number two most beloved console in the world. Of course, Nintendo is following that. But that's a huge major step. They're huge major players in the gaming industry, and had Steve Ballmer not went ahead and approved that $1.5 billion payout to get all of those 360s fixed, we might be seeing a completely different gaming industry than we are today. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what you think about the Red Ring of Death. Were you ever affected by it? Did it really suck? Was it not that big of a deal? I know that I was personally affected by it, even though I bought an Xbox 360 that I knew had Red Ring before, and I was just kind of hoping for the best. But it was still a huge pain. There's an Xbox 360 smashing video that I will link down below, back whenever I was fat and the sledgehammer was also fat and we just kind of smashed an Xbox 360. together with all of the fatness, but that's beside the point. If you're new to the channel, I upload new stuff 4 or 5 days a week. There's always something new here whenever you come by to watch some videos. And share this video if you enjoyed the topic and enjoyed the conversation. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.